Hello everybody! I'm Raphael Perry, and I find myself back in Golarion for some more Wrath of Righteous. Now, I think it's high time we got out of the Defender's heart. But first of all, I'd like to find Sealer and just spend a few minutes saying, hey, thank you for not being a really nasty, horrible piece of work like most of the other party members who all have something rather unpleasant about them.
We march ahead.
I would thank her for being somewhat wholesome, but there's something slightly off about her, like a sort of militaristic edge that doesn't quite work right. It's like, I don't know, let's find out. Good days and clear skies. What do you say? Where are we off to today? You know what? It was just a pleasure speaking to you, Sealer. Let's head out the door and see where adventure takes us. I'll be seeing you. Yes, you will. You'll be by my side.
Let us not hesitate.
Let's get out of here before I run the risk of talking to any of the others. Especially that Nenio woman who is positively deluded. Now, we do want to be careful because we know there's a probable attack coming on the Defender's heart. Here is our party. It is the ones we will take. The other person is not in the party yet because he probably doesn't deserve it. Right, so. Thoughts. Sealer is a reasonably solid party member, right? She has her downside. High strength, low constitution. It's the old Baldur's Gate Minsk thing all over again. Where, like, how do you even manage to survive all that heavy-duty weightlifting and stuff you have to do to stay that strong? Apparently you don't. Also, 15 charisma for a paladin, 18 strength. She's not going to need to put a point in strength ever again, really. Charisma, maybe 2 or 3 points. Going to need 2 in constitution. And I'm not sure we're going to go that high as far as levels go. Right. Camellia is a bit weird. So she has a backwards impossible Lockwood trademark buckle of bullshitness, which is a real shame because apart from that her portrait's quite nice. She has a habit of putting people on edge slightly. It's not that she rubs people out the wrong way. She's kind of prickly and hard to get close to. And we were given an option to just blatantly try and chat her up really early on, shortly after we'd met her, and it was like, no, you don't. Well, not under those circumstances. It felt very inappropriate, so I didn't take it. Lan. He likes to think he's decent and good, but only neutral alignment. That's interesting. Okay, because he comes across more as a neutral good character, which he obviously can't be as a monk, without a particular archetype, which he doesn't have. Ember reminds me a lot of the kind of characters that my friend Longarm would play. Not in terms of her characteristics, but in terms of her personality. However, she's apparently also an atheist, and she has said some things that, well, her overall behaviour and attitude doesn't seem to go well with her lack of faith. That being said, she has recently expressed some very sort of nihilistic, hollow, and somewhat arrogant and deterministic opinions, which don't quite go with her humility. So there's something wrong about her that doesn't quite feel right. And then we have Nenio, who has an ego the size of a small planet and serious problems. She keeps bragging about science as if it's some kind of important religion. And she's not very good at following her own concept of a scientific method. She's opinionated, she can't see past her own ego, and she antagonizes everybody, so we're going to have to be cautious about that. Also, low strength, low strength. 2 low strength party members. I see now why Seela has quite so much strength. We're going to be struggling in the encumbrance category. Right, so we have many places we need to go to. Come on, map. What is it? Is it? There we go. We obviously want to go to the market square again because we've got work to do there. And we need to cross that bridge. No, we've crossed it. We've got a little path here. We could go to the Silken Thread Atelier and the Tower of Vestrod, but realistically we should clear out this portion of the marketplace first to do that. We want to go check out the Grey Garrison. That's around that side. So basically we can go to these places, and we have to go here. Hang on. So that's not the is it up here? Blackberry Library. There's the wine cellar. That's where we probably want to go to find out about brewing. For now, let's go back to the market square and be careful because no, wait. Huh. There was me thinking of something. No, we got magic missile now, so we can be a little more careful. Hey, enemies! Awesome. Let's do it. Let's see how badly this can go. Pretty badly, I'd imagine. Hello there. Look, we're just going to walk over and, like... Oh. We got a surprise round? Yeah, I can cue that up. So... Nice lightning bolt. We're going to charge. Alright. Nenio. I would say dearest, but... There you go. So now you can just rare frost
this obstacle
and miss, because you're amazing like that. Right, Althea. Let's just lifelink Camellia. Because we can. Right. Hey. So this is going to be fun. It's called like Slumber Hex. That works. Right, can we get another partial charge in there? Ooh. Alright, well look, we just walk up there then. Be a target.
I'll cut you wide
And
open.
poke him again with your thin little bit of wire. Excellent.
You're irrelevant.
Where the... Keep going in trouble, I suppose. With a silly protractor through the head, evil mango hairstyle of shitness which must be destroyed for the good of all humanity.
Attack!
I mean, seriously, it's just very wrong. Oh, mate. That means we don't get to do another slumber hex.
Surrender or else.
Oh, well. Hey, Lon. How come you were surprised, Lon?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Okay, fine. Why only one shot?
Without risk.
Well, that worked. Right, well, we'll just take their stuff and bugger up out of this. Divine Favour was the other one. Okay, it's a random encounter. There won't be much special on the map. And on we go. We're nearly at the market square already. Lovely. Yes, we absolutely want to go inside. That's why we came here in the first place. Also, someone needs to surgically remove those protractors from Nenio's head. They just look really, really stupid and impossible. Maybe it's part of the illusion. So that's something else I had to think about. I thought, why should someone so obsessed with truth and purity and knowledge be a master of deception? And I think it's probably because she's just so self-deluded and wrapped up in her own delusions of self-grandeur that she just, you know, bends the minds of others through sheer force of dishonesty. Right, where are we? This doesn't look like... We can appear there, near the building.
Together we stand.
Well, well, well. An unexpected development. Somewhere. I see you. You shall not escape me. Oh, treasure.
I stand ready.
Glad to see you two made it. Now we're going to cross over here. And Lan, I'd like you to attempt this one more time.
Well, this didn't go well.
Alright, we're not going to try a second time. We'll just go through here and carry
They
on.
will break against our resolve.
Ooh, a fight. Beautiful. What are we fighting? I see no foes. So... I see foes. That's wonderful. And insects do not sleep. You know what?
We shall
Try hit it with a
overcome.
mace. Ooh, that was rubbish. Right.
The spirits demand your blood!
I don't know if you know this, but we've got a sealer, and she's really good at dealing with this kind of thing. Okay, Lan. Just
You
shoot.
won't survive me.
Ninio? You're a Ninio. But cast mage armor on yourself. Help keep you alive.
Yes.
You know what to do, lady.
The fray.
Damage. The thing you were looking to do was damage. You did damage. Not gonna complain. Fiendish creatures. Okay, that was a... I wish they'd show the total, not the dice roll on saves, because it would make it a lot less confusing. Right, look. We need you to step. And... Hey, you know what? Mage armor on self? Brilliant idea.
Yes.
Do not hold back.
You are today's sacrifice!
Now, Camellia, just mind the ledge there, don't fall off. Lan's just going to shoot stuff. He's good at that. I mean, he's our main damage dealer at the moment.
Mind over muscle!
Well, that's good, because you don't really have much by way of muscle now, do you, little Miss Strength 5? Right.
The lights take you!
Too true, just hitting stuff with weapons. It's apparently what we're good
I
at.
will see this through.
Anything for... Hello? Oh, hello, I see you. You're going to be interesting in a bit. Are you one of Lan's former friends? Now, what's going on over here? My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? What, all 2 of them? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden-curled Azamar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. The old grey-haired fellow seems vaguely familiar. He isn't the leader of the local inquisitors, by any chance? Be careful with him, girl. These people place no value on science. That's because you're a f***ing idiot. And they believe that ignoring high-level scientific questions to be the best response strategy. Your so-called high-level scientific questions are fairly inane. Incidentally, did you know that the fastest way to draw the attention of Iomede's inquisitors is to heartily bellow, "Hail Baphomet"? After that, you will have precisely 3 seconds to explain yourself, so it's best to prepare what you wish to say in advance. Or just don't yell it in the first place, you wally. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armour is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now that followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different no different from... You are not well, I suppose he is American, as is Golarion after all. To my mind, you are no different from the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. You know, we are some of those people who were dying in the rubble under the city. Harmless? Well, if it's your say-so, then it must mean that there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our post before they slink out and try again to... The old man notices your approach. And you... I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer me at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. Now, you were considerably less hostile when I met you the first time. And what is this hideous creature? Holrun peers at Lan with suspicion. Lan, at your service. The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the first crusade. I lived in Knaves my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before. Huh? Ah, it must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the local authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade. So you're a mongrel. You obviously know human speech, surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. The prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me why you are here. I'm a crusader. I'm fighting to liberate Knaves from the demons. A crusader, you say? I'll be looking into that. You obviously don't know to whom you're speaking. I'm the one who decides who's a crusader and who's a traitor in this city. Holrun Shapok, prelate of Knaves by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, and the city's defender against threats from within and without. And as you can see... Oh, sorry! And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. The golden-haired Asimar flashes a flinty smile, his curls bouncing slightly as he does so. I am Ramian of Edme, prior to the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Holrun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I have been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. Desna is the goddess of dreams and fate and fortune-telling future, things like that. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have you hung up from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians have angered Arilu Vorlesh while they had the chance... Sorry, if the Sarkorians had hanged Arilu Vorlesh while she had the chance, there never would have even been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum! Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial? That is unworthy of a servant of Iomade. Well spoken, Seela. The old man fixes his eyes on Seela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomade, and I won't question yours. As I doubt he frequently does in private. Yes, I shall reveal the light of heaven. These options are... I mean, that's okay. That's threatening the Inquisitor. That is not a good idea. So I've played enough Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay to know that you don't mess with Inquisitors. You're doing what's right. There's no place... I don't know. What are you accusing him of? Seems like a sensible question to ask, but we might not get a second choice to come back and do this one. We might just be limited visa. Behold, Inquisitor! I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Canabres. I am no enemy of yours. And be like, but you killed the angel and stole its power. Let's see. The old man frowns and whispers something. A prayer or a spell? Yeah, probably something like detect evil. With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger, and later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. I bet you would. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. And what precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Hulrun is trembling with fury. The wardstone of Canabres, the gift of Iomade, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess try to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah yes, from Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob's lies even for a second, and I was right. I should not presume to tell someone in such high office what they should do. I mean, yes, I do bear the light of heaven, and that could fill me with a load of importance. There's a bloke down here I want to talk to. I don't want to condemn this man, and I don't want to threaten the Inquisitor. I'm just going to say nothing. Ramian looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Hulrun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool, first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the people were going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible in this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still rather kill an innocent person than perish yourself and admit that you were wrong. As always, with a wave of his hand, the Azamar vanishes, which means he may come back later on. We may run into him. He could even be a major villain. I mean, so could the Inquisitor. Unlikely, but possible. He didn't vanish, he ran off, then vanished. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Hulrun turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out with a gift from heaven... Marked out? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain that he and his cronies are helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured. I see you've suffered greatly in the battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabasus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Nabasus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victims' life force. Judging by Hulrun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy, meaning he's vulnerable and we could be chaotic and attack him. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. So I'm still not going to attack a Holy Inquisitor of Iomedae, even if he is abusing his office and possibly misjudging the situation, and Inquisitors can be very judgmental. They're very good at it. In fact, it's their main class feature. I'm not going to ask why he's obsessed with finding enemies everywhere he looks. He's an Inquisitor. It's what he does. Did Ramian really warn you about the attack? Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city, and that the Wardstone's power was diminishing by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomedae forgive me for ever repeating the words, hey, there's nothing wrong with having curly hair. I like having curly hair. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated, but instead I simply increased the surveillance on them, and what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic, and not 3 days later the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnans played right into the hands of Deskari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? Well, I mean... where do you think I can find him? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole like the treacherous little rat he is. Traitorous is not a word unless you're American. And he'll be sitting trembling and waiting until he's dragged out of there. Well, I should probably head off. Go on then if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Unlikely, but possible. Ember peers intently at Hulrun. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in this city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. This is why this reminds me of the kind of character Langarm would play. The bless him, is a great friend, a lovely fun person, but sometimes he will just sort of blurt things out without tact. And this is exactly what she's doing. This is like suicidally expressing things that probably would not be wise to say right now. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Or is she trying to incite a confrontation with him where he will take the first swing, then she can justify trying to take him down? If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire. That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. Yes, and you have a more important matter than guarding that hole in the ground right now, which would be helping the people. Yeah, but he might be resting and recovering from his recent Nabosus incident, so we shouldn't incite him to go to his death, as he can recover and come back and help everyone. He didn't look the other way. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkly and grey. He was young with a big moustache. Ember smiles broadly and draws a big, bushy moustache in the over her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago, but I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect his city, only he got it all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. As an Inquisitor, I find that unlikely. He literally has detect alignment as a class feature. I'm not gonna condemn him yet. And you forgive him after what he did to you. He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something, thinking it is a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Alright, look, let's just go, Ember. You're just making it worse for yourself. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. The girl waves at Hulrun with a carefree smile. Hulrun grimaces and turns away. So, we got a person who suicidally antagonizes friendly NPCs, and a person who suicidally antagonizes everyone and has a god complex. This is not a good combination.
Our path leads on.
Right. Hey, you down here. We see you. Is there a way down there? Possibly. Well, we can't talk to them from here. I thought it'd be like some kind of you observe them and think about them kind of situation. Alright.
Our time has come.
Is this door? This is not a door. This door is not a door and cannot be interacted with in any way. Let's blatantly fill in the gaps. This, however, is something we can interact with. Let's do that. Is that a Vrock? That looks like a Vrock. That looks like a type... It's a Vrock. Oh, that's a type 1 demon.
Did we find trouble?
Was it you who summoned me? Allow me to repay you. Oh, it's like Tash. Hey, could we, like, bait you back to the, you know... That'd make so much sense if we could totally bait you back to the Inquisitor. Spell resistance is lovely. Your enemy, the Vrock, avoids the negative effect of your spells because of their spell resistance. Spell resistance is a rare ability that can also be acquired through some spells and equipment. Most demons have spell resistance. If a creature you are trying to cast a spell on has a spell resistance, then to cast the spell successfully, you must make a caster level check of 1d20 plus your caster level. For the spell to work, your result must be equal or greater to the creature's spell resistance. You can't be equal than something. You can be greater than something. It must be equal to or greater than. That's a bad sentence. Spell resistance works even against the beneficial spells cast by the allies. To overcome the enemy's spell resistance, you should give your spellcasters the spell penetration feat, or improve your spells with metamagic. Metamagic making spells higher level spells, which helps somewhat. If an enemy's spell resistance is too high, don't waste spells on them and attack by other means. Yes, if their spell resistance is too high, what did you roll? Spell resistance 20. Okay, we're keeping our spells to ourselves and focusing on support spells. Hey, let's have some fun. Toughen up, Buttercup. Alright, now what are we doing here? As a demon, it's probably going to have damage reduction / cold iron. Let's get that. Oh no, let's just totally do this. Who needs a lifelink? You need a lifelink. Hey, Lan! Shoot stuff, Lan!
Make every strike count.
Yeah, and get rid of those mirror images as well. Alright, so what you gotta do, lady, is drop a smite. Look, this is a demon. If ever there was a worthy time, don't charge because you'll lower your armor class. You're already enlarged and your armor class is already lowered. Just get in there and fight. Dear, that's bad. That's a bad stun. We don't have a remove stun. Okay, Ember, what can you do in this situation to help? Short answer, not a lot. Vulnerability curse, we can go with that. How long is she stunned for? She is stunned for 1 round. And the duration of vulnerability curse is number of rounds equal to which is level. Let's hold off on that then and just shoot. Look, we just want to be getting rid of those mirror images. Speaking of which, do it.
Listen to reason.
Okay, Camellia, you knew. Right, okay. We need to really be getting you some kind of ranged support. But for now, stay there. In the hope that he will focus Sealer. Speaking of which, the lifelink should be on your turn. You should have sent her life. You did send her life. That's great. What else can you do? You know what? I'm liking this idea. It's a touch spell, isn't it? Oh, that's going to be a problem. You know what? Just walk to here for now. Right. And cast Protection from Evil on Sealer. Hey, Lan! Shoot stuff, Lan!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
You know what? He is... Man, I can't see these mirror images disappearing. That's annoying. But hey, we'll continue to strike at them.
The inheritor, guide my
Oh
blade.
man, that's unfortunate. Oh well. It's okay. We got a life oracle. Interesting. Okay, yep, failed to overcome spell resistance. I mean, we're needing to roll like 17s, so... What support spells do we have? There's no spell resistance on Acid Splash.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Man, how many mirror images are there? Looks like at least 2 more, or 3 more. Alright, Camellia, it's time to take your life into your own hands by attacking.
Go for their hearts.
That's okay. You frequently miss... Yes, firing into combat is difficult. Touch AC is... I know. What's this? Channel pods damage undead? Yeah, sure. It's not undead. Look, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, kill like once. Better than nothing. And then we're going to back up ever so slightly. Hey, Lan! Get rid of some mirror images, would you? Great. Okay, so now we're going to have a self-heal. And a hit.
The light.
If you could hit him, please, that would be really nice. You had a 55% chance and... Oh, dear. Oh well.
This'll leave. I'll just sit
Oh,
here.
for God's sake.
Don't worry about me.
Excruciating.
What the bloody hell? Okay, drugs. That was rubbish. Okay, so we're going to go have another Cure Light wound, and then she'll get killed when she stands up for the attack of opportunity. She'll still be down anyway. Fine, lovely. Lan, could you like at least get some damage in here? Oh man. The dice just... Oh no! You nasty horrible monster, you. Okay, better than nothing. Getting past spell resistance is impressive enough.
You're irrelevant.
That's really not a very sensible thing to say, woman. Right. You're going to channel positive energy to heal the living. Even though it will also affect the Vrock. Shoot away, Lan. It's one of the few options we have left. Right. This is going to hurt.
I'll just sit here.
Yep.
Don't
Overkill.
worry about me.
That was a very short greater teleport.
You won't stop us.
Worst thing is, we don't even have like an
Mind over
autosave.
muscle.
We're going to have to go all the way back to the beginning of the area. Because we ain't making it out there alive. Okay, so look. We're going to step and heal. I'd love to do something about Camellia, get her back in the fight. And it would really help right now, but we just can't do that.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I am liking the idea of,
Just sit here.
God's sake.
Don't worry about me. Forgive me.
There we go.
Surrender or else.
So yeah, game wants death. In all fairness, we did cock up the summoning ritual and summon the demon. And I take full responsibility for that. I like the idea of running into it. And oh god, I'm going to have to go through all this again, aren't I? Lovely. Great. So obviously I want to be... Look. A Vrock is a high level demon. It's not the sort of thing we should be trying to
Together we
handle now.
stand.
That being said,
march ahead.
if it's just going to be sitting there waiting for us, we can come back a bit later, right? Better prepared, maybe a level or two higher.
Our path leads on.
Perhaps this time, Lan will succeed at this amazingly difficulty 9 acrobatics check, which he is rather good at.
You're so
Let's prove
awesome.
their logic is lacking.
He did! I heard him praising himself. We are that awesome! Hey! And Apricandaloo, whatever that is. Okay, we know a lot. A Dretch. Oh, we had Dretches in Wednesday's game. Right. So, this is not a surprise round.
I'll
Go
cut
hit
you
it.
wide open.
Just hold off on using valuable abilities now. Man, those combat maneuvers. Oof. Lan, you know the drill.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
And actually, if those quivers are so cheap, maybe we should get him some more of them. No spell resistance on acid
Eliminate this
splash.
obstacle.
No accuracy either, apparently. You know what? Just hold it there, lady. Sealer,
Into the
do the right thing. That was good. I'm not going to complain.
Demand your blood.
It was as if divine inspiration guided her hand.
You won't survive me.
Too late for apologies.
So obviously,
You're irrelevant.
this is a small encounter with only 2 foes, and I'm trying to avoid
Attack!
wasting precious resources.
The light. Take you.
Also, Sealer can land a hefty hit.
today's sacrifice.
Mate,
Endure this.
you can keep doing that to her all you like. The fact that she's not even wearing armor. No, she is. Oh, that's a good point. Why cast mage armor on her when she's wearing armor? Oh, sir. That wasn't mage armor.
You should have listened to reason.
Perhaps you should do the same. Oh, he has acid? He's a demon! Of course he's a demon. They're immune to acid, aren't they? Right.
We shall overcome.
No glory without risk.
Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at the situation.
I will see this through.
Right, well look, you're going to get a lifelink straight away. Because you two are our frontliners.
Defeat is
Oh,
not an
more
option.
giant insects. Lovely! Centipedes and flies. Flies and centipedes. Well, there's no flies on us.
You won't stop us.
Ember, shoot away. Right, look, so, hey, acid splash.
Mind over muscle.
Nice. Come into my parlour, said the spider to the fly, and it was a different fly! And the giant centipede came as well. Excellent. Right then, look, if you can just hit that one, because it's nearly dead, that'd be great. Now, Camellia, we're gonna... Ooh, no, that's a problem. Okay, just kill
Go
that
for
then.
their hearts.
I was going to have her cast Lesser Restoration, but at this point, this
Do
early on in
not
her
hold
career,
back.
not a good idea. Hey, Lon.
Make every strike count.
He's always so laid back and relaxed. Hey, yes, come join the fray. Bring all your legs with you.
Surrender or else. I'll remove this obstacle.
Critical hit. Nice. Extremely rare at this early point.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Right,
I'll
look.
watch you back.
She'll get that point of strength back from sleeping, but giving it back to her now will give her an extra point to hit an extra point of damage. The damage at this level does not make a big difference. The +1 to hit at this level makes a massive difference. At later levels it's a much smaller difference. There we go.
I will not falter.
Now, we do want to be careful as we are in a dangerous area. My way alpha access memories are telling me that around here was a really nasty encounter and we may struggle with it. Somewhere around here. There's two actually. I hear voices. Oh, hello. Lovely.
I will guide us.
Even the huge pile of junk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath it. Reveal, O dearest, darling beauty mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze on me, pray tell? Thy husband I called friend a time, but love 'tis an ocean, friendship a well. But Willis, how will we live, my sweet? Oh, okay. But Willis, how will we live, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice in response from beneath the same pile. Indistinct rustling follows. Pass me the ale, will you? Hey, who's there? The pile of junk seems to shake. A stage whisper drifts up from below. Granny, let's not answer. Methinks those be demons calling down and trying to trick us. In that case, there's nothing for us to do but accept our fate. Madam Demon or not, we are actors from the finest theatre in Canabres, the next door theatre. We're trapped in this cellar. We were trapped in our cellar during our rehearsal. What? Wait? We're trapped in here? I thought we barricaded ourselves in here, away from the demons. Deliberately! If you didn't nap through the start of every rehearsal, Master Kem, you would have been better informed. The ensuing exchange degenerates into a stream of unintelligible bickering. Alright, let's move this stuff. Hey Lan, roll a 4+, would you? God's sake. They're probably dead now. The pile moves, but a crack sounds somewhere below. Instead of sliding to the side, the whole lot tumbles to the ground. You hear what sounds like a heavy object crashing through the cellar door. Oh, for goodness sake, people. My darlings! Are you all alive? Yes, but that thing crushed our only skull prop, and I went to so much trouble to get it off that anatomy professor who gave the lecture at the town hall. So that's why the professor was explaining the structure of the skull using a sloppy carved pumpkin. I'm an actor, not a thief. I couldn't leave him without a visual aid for his audience. Look, the door is open and now we're completely at the mercy of whatever's up there if it really is a demon. We have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration after all. But hand me my ladle and that rolling pin. Wait, where are... Oh, hello. Got Kem the Sound Master, Rumbledum the actor, and where's... Oh, there she is. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I am Grandma Grentland, theatre director, and these are the members of my company. Yes, and we're terribly sorry for damaging that skull. You won't be able to return it now. Granny! That's not a ladle, that's one of the props for the malevolent lich performance for one Tina made. It's a scepter or something. She made it out of my ladle. She wanted to use a broom handle, but I put pay to that daft idea, says the dwarf with indignity. Wait. Yeah. I've seen your show. You are very funny, especially your play where the woman slowly climbs onto the chair while singing and then falls off again. Ember claps her hands in delight. Such childlike admiration. Well, it is actually a great tragedy about unrequited love. The chair, you see, it represents a tower of rock rising up above the raging sea like the finger of a giant. And the woman, she isn't supposed to fall, but rather gracefully cascade into the swirling abyss below, just like I showed her 100 times, but I'm glad you liked it all the same. I'd ask what you're doing down there, but I think we've already established that. But no, what interesting, amazing play were you rehearsing? We were rehearsing. Our art distracts us from our fear and panic. The dwarf waves her ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Can you get somewhere safe? Like, seriously safe. This is pretty dangerous right now. The building above you is on fire, for crying out loud. Oh, don't worry on our account. We'll be going to our basement in the next streets, but where that's where our lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons of lambkin around. Lambkin? Like a lamb? Lambkin, says the dwarf readily. Our male lead. He'll protect us. Don't worry, we know what we're doing. Okay, could we take you to him? We should go. Thank you again for rescuing us, stranger. Today you did a great service for Mendevian culture, and perhaps the culture of all Golarion. You will certainly be remembered in fine future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed next-door theatre. Oh God, are you all puffed up on self-delusion and, like, future planning, counting your chickens before you hatch? Says Nenio here. You probably are. Alright, well that could have gone a lot worse. I mean, we failed a skill check. That's depressing enough. They're going that way. Let's continue to explore very thoroughly. Make sure we miss absolutely nothing. Can we go? No, we can't go there. Okay, fine. We'll stay here then. Ah, yes, here we are.
We will prevail.
Ghouls. Nasty, undead, horrible creatures. Hey, Nenio. So, ghouls. Not so... Blinding Ray? Sure, we'll give that a try. And you missed. Oh well. So ghouls are rather nasty. they can paralyze people and deal lots and lots of amounts of damage to them.
I'll cut you wide open.
Alright, Ember. Vulnerability curse. This one for starters, and work your way round. Yeah. Hey, Lan! Shoot the vulnerable one,
Crossed
Lan!
the wrong mongrel.
Oh, good shooting. Sealer, smite the wicked.
Take you!
With steel and purity. Right, hey, yeah, Althea, could you just, like, back the bleep up? And then just, like, totally channel positive energy to harm the undead. Because there's loads of them. Oh, he's out. Look, you're still getting 3 of them. Do it. That worked a charm. Okay, that's a problem. She failed to save. Was it the disease or paralysis? Looks like the disease. Ghoul fever is a horrible disease, and it's nasty that it's happened to her, but now...
You're irrelevant.
let's just focus on
The spirits
staying
demand your
alive.
blood.
Alright, look. Vulnerability hex this one. Lan,
You won't survive
Do it.
me.
oh, she's paralyzed. That's a problem. That's okay. Lifelink's great. Channel positive energy. Excellent. I mean, this one's still going, so he survived that. Okay,
You should
acid
listen
is
to
fun.
reason.
They have it in alchemical labs. Your precious scientists are
You
obsessed
are
with it.
today's sacrifice.
Yeah, look, just put vulnerability curse on the other one, so we have a better chance of getting rid of him as well. You know the drill.
Endure this.
Take out the weakened one,
you see
and then
that?
try and rotate. Oh, for goodness
This'll
sake.
leave a I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
She didn't fall down, because she's paralyzed. Actually, yes, she's paralyzed. Why did that Q not go on her? That's wrong. That's very wrong. Right, look, this is a problem. Becoming a somewhat higher priority. Right,
Go for their hearts.
we're getting there. Look, can you just, like, walk up and heal her? It's very necessary.
Yes.
Make every strike count.
Perfect. And it's okay, we got a lifelink. We're
I stand ready.
many of us healed.
Hold on. Just a little more.
Big heal is good heal. Self-heal is good heal. Now, we wait for that paralysis to wear off. And there it goes. Well, that was pretty dangerous. Let's be cautious about running into that kind of encounter again. Zombies. Zombies, a lot less dangerous actually than ghouls, because they can't paralyze us. But
I refuse to accept their statement.
they do have numbers on their side. Right, Camellia, if you would just, like, fight very defensively and walk out to here, that would be ideal. Althea, you won't be channeling for these. That bless will come in useful in a bit. Not quite yet though. Lan,
You
shoot some
crossed
zombies.
the wrong mongrel.
Oh man, rolled a 1. It happens.
No glory.
Go
without
and hit it
risk.
with your sword. I know it's not the most complicated tactic, but against zombies, reasonably effective. Because there's almost always more of them.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Just keep
Too
shooting.
late for apologies.
I mean, shooting isn't going to help much, but with unlimited ammunition,
you
it's
wide
another
open.
story. Oh, that's disappointing. Right, so we're going to walk to here and cast that bless spell.
You won't survive me.
Shoot away. Ah! Shadow! And we used our magic missile. So the shadow is a problem. A big problem. Half-elf shadow. Interesting. So. Is it... That's a lot of information. It's not undead, is it? Is it incorporeal? I think it's incorporeal. We may be screwed. Energy drain and... The energy drain's bad enough. Oh well. We could all be dead now. Sealer, you know what to do.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Oh, it's incorporeal. We're doomed. Oh! Dumb idea. Lay on hands on the shadow. Lesser shadow. Lesser shadow, we might stand a chance. I don't know. We're so screwed. Right, look. We need you to back up. Magic missile would be great if we could, yeah, get that back. Magic missile, the shadow. Not the shadow! Yes, the shadow! It's been magic missiled. Right, hey, so, Ember, look, this is done. Missed, so the spells should still be in hand to deliver, right? Okay, Camellia, can you like...
The spirits demand your blood.
I know the zombie wants slashing weapons, and this is a problem. Right. Step to... And then channel positive energy to harm the undead. Because these buggers absolutely need it. Alright, Lan, look. This is bad news, I know, but you're just going to have to shoot the zombie. We're going to try lay on hands on the shadow. That worked. Alright. I believe there was a scroll of magic missile. And here it is. If we just focus down the lesser one, it worked. It'll reduce the amount of incoming ability damage we'll have to be looking at. Right, look, just go deliver touch spell. Miss, fine, well, stab a zombie.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, look, stabbing it ain't gonna do much. You need to like chop it up with big choppy stuff. Yep, that's where the badness begins. Right. More touch spell delivery. We will touch you. Cure light, touch you. Cure light. Yes, unconventional I know, but it works. This is time for the laying on of hands. And missing, apparently. Bugger. That charge isn't held, interestingly, because it's not a touch spell. Right. Wait. It's still half damage from physical energy spells. But it's undead, so it's probably immune. And we missed anyway, so that's fine. Look, didn't you have a Cure Light Wound spell too? Hey, there we go. Not her! I clicked on the bloody... Oh, you Idiot.
Go for their heart!
No damage time. At least I got to roll an attack. And a miss. Lovely. Look, you are absolutely getting a cure light, buddy. This is going to hurt so much if he gets an attack of opportunity. Missed. Missed. Okay. Wonderful.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Zombie down. Got him. Finally. That was very dangerous. That's how much strength damage? 1 point. Okay. Well, you'll get that back after resting, but if we run into any more shadows, we are so unbelievably screwed. Has the time come to depart this area? It may very well. Okay, we'll take this. This graveyard down here, I believe, was also full of potent undead. Not good for us. Let us bugger off out of here.
Forwards.
Oh, there was an item there on the ground I could have blatantly picked up. Oh well. Never mind. Later. Right, so we're going this way, so we can't really go this way. Worm's Mansion. August Worm did want us to go there. Kind of really want to go this way though. Yeah. A drab and barely readable sign hangs over this cramped place with unfriendly, brusque workers. The building was always crowded with people, but none of the neighbours can recall ever coming here to have so much as a button sewn back on. That's pretty suspicious. Let me just slow down to turn that corner there. Dead duelists. A knight and a cultist died together here, piercing each other fatally with their swords. Their remains are mangled and their weapons and armour are destroyed, but something in their bags survived the conflict. You can procure some reagents for crafting consumable items here. Let's do it. Edible moss, flour, slimy skin, shiny chitin, or chitin, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I really need to look into that at some point. I mean, like, actually look it up in a dictionary. Try to collect the ingredients. We'll do our best. Well, apparently we got everything. And now we have arrived at our destination. Also, this is a long video. Ooh, longer than expected. Okay, I should actually end this one here, because I've been recording for a while. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope you haven't been too pissed off at me getting a little bit annoyed at some of the idiosyncrasies of the American version of the English language. And I do look forward to seeing you all in the next one, but I'm going to say goodbye for now. See you all soon. Cheerio, everybody.